I'll just come out and say it. Hi-Fi Rush is a very good game and everyone should play it. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I have recently finished Hi-Fi Rush on PlayStation 5 and I just had to talk about it.
Profession, rock star.
Future rockstar.
Hi-Fi Rush is developed by Tango Gameworks and published by Bethesda Softworks. Released in 2023, this rhythm action game took the gaming world by storm, with its innovative and unique combat. After releasing graphically realistic looking games, Tango Gameworks opted for a more stylized style with Hi-Fi Rush, and at the time of its reveal and leading up to the game's full release, I thought it looked generic. The trailer didn't convince me to play, and Tango Gameworks' last game Ghostwire Tokyo getting mixed to negative reviews, I just thought this would be another mediocre game. Surprisingly, the game Shadow dropped on Xbox Series X and S and PC 2 years ago. Currently, I don't own neither of them, so I couldn't play it, but I watched multiple of my favorite YouTubers and streamers play it, and boy was I wrong. This game actually looked really cool. Hi-Fi Rush was one of the 4 games that got released in 2024 as part of Xbox's third-party releasing strategy. Do you guys realize how crazy this is? An Xbox-owned game was on PlayStation? Just wow. Now every other Xbox game is rumored to be released on PlayStation, but at the time this was just shocking. Even though I wanted to play it, I had other priorities, and this year I said I want to play Hi-Fi Rush. I wanted something different and fresh, and yeah, I got what I wanted. Hi-Fi Rush is an adrenaline-filled rhythmic action game. Everything in this game has a beat, and it plays into the story very well. Literally everything from pipes, ledges, lights, sounds, doors, machines will move to the beat of the game. It creates a very visually satisfying look for the game. The combat is so slick, smooth and impactful. You have an electronic guitar made up of scrap metals that Chai's robotic arm pulls with his magnetic powers. This acts as your primary weapon throughout the game. The combat is reminiscent of Devil May Cry with a ranking system and stylish combos. You can upgrade your movesets and combos to deal even more damage with even better stylish moves. The gameplay feels very well done. You can dodge incoming attacks or pull yourself towards the enemies. I can see how much time the devs have spent on making the gameplay cool as hell. There's also a perfect hit timer. As these 2 green and red lines pop up on the screen, a well-timed button press will deal good or perfect damage. It was really satisfying to hit on the right moment. The whole combat has a learning curve and not easy to pull off the moves you want at the start. So I did struggle to beat the enemies with the combos I wanted, but after a while, like in any game, you get better and pull these amazing moves. Learning the gameplay mechanics really does reward the player. What wasn't great was the actual movements out of combat. Chai cannot sprint, so the whole exploring and platforming feels sluggish. He can jump and double jump, but it feels kinda stiff. I got used to the whole movement of the game, but I wasn't a fan of it. The platforming in this game is pretty easy, but the energy some levels have while running away from enemies is actually great. Exploring will usually reward you with scrap metal pieces, and you can use these scrap metals to learn and upgrade your movesets. Learning new moves and special combos does feel satisfying and makes the whole gameplay deeper. Even if I got used to the slow movements, I just wish the rest of the gameplay was as good as the excellent combat gameplay. As you progress through the game, you will learn new abilities like how to parry, which took me a while to get good at it. You will also call in your newfound friends. Peppermint can shoot at enemies with a shield to break their shields or shoot at platforming obstacles to break a lock or press a button. You also get to command Macaron, a big brute type character where he can break enemies' protective parrying shields or knock down big rocks in platforming levels. Giving commands or even pulling off combos with these characters was impressive to play and watch. The animations were so well done. You will have a main base to rest in between missions. Here you can think to yourself, play with your robot cat, get new upgrades, change your costume, or just talk to other NPCs. This is also where the story progresses. The story in this game is a fun one. Hi-Fi Rush stars Chai, a wannabe rockstar who undergoes a cybernetic surgery at Vandalay Technologies, but ends up with an MP3 player accidentally fused to his heart. This gives him rhythm-based combat abilities, making him a defect in the eyes of the corporation. This is why all the gameplay elements and the world around them matching to the beat comes into play. The whole gimmick of the game smartly plays well into the story. Hunted by Vandalay's security, Chai teams up with Peppermint, Macaron, and Cinnamon to explore the company's corrupt CEO, Kale Vandelay. Chai fights his way through Vandelay's robotic executives. Each executive is a boss and has unique level design and set pieces. I actually love this story so much. It was fun, funny, easy to follow, and most importantly, a good time. What made this story great was the characters and the dialogue. Each character in this game is so well written. The humor in this game definitely has its own type and it worked. The jokes got multiple chuckles out of me.
Whoa, this is crazy. Looks like we found our AI.
This is a screensaver, Chai.
Let's talk about these characters. Chai is, like I said, a wannabe rock star. He's quirky, funny, and silly, yet smart enough to get out of troubling situations. He was a great main character to follow along and literally see the world from his point of view. Peppermint is a serious and stern hacker who is trying to expose the Vandelay company. She is the smart one, yet Chai was a strand and a pawn in her plans, but seeing their chemistry develop and become true friends was good. Later on we meet Macaron and his robot companion Cinnamon. Macaron is a former Vandelay employee and a gentle giant. He is huge and looks intimidating, but his personality is soft and he's a great guy. He helps Peppermint with hacking in some situations and befriends Chai. The contrast of his appearance to who he truly is made some great moments. And Cinnamon, the group's robot companion and their analyst. His quirky behaviors are what made me enjoy watching this character. The whole showing his emotion with drawings on his face cracked me up so much because he had a monotone voice. It just added more to an already funny game.
As a consciousness review allocation personnel, hence Cinnamon.
But that doesn't...
No need to dwell on names. Unfortunately, not all of us can have a very common and usual.
The executives were as good as the main characters. They all get time to shine and show off their silly personalities. Their banter between each other was hilarious.
Do you want me to reschedule this?
Zanzo, I think you're muted, honey.
Oh, I was going to say... Corsica, get your people to production right away.
This game really is funny and so well written.
My masterpiece! Now everyone will see that I am...
defunded?
Don't just stand there. Finish him.
Oh, right.
This is all because of you!
Before I finish this review, I want to say that Xbox and Microsoft has made a big mistake letting the studio go. At first, they shut down Tango Gameworks, and luckily South Korean company Krafton bought them and brought them back. I don't know what Xbox was thinking. This game got universal acclaim and now it's on more platforms for more players to play. I feel like they are really going to regret their decision in the future. Anyway, overall, Hi-Fi Rush is a great game. The level designs are well thought with simple yet fun platforming segments, complement the already amazing combat gameplay. That is the star here, the combat. I couldn't wait to fight enemies every time I was platforming. I just wanted to pull off sick moves. The story, the characters and the whole tone really does put a nice bow on this complete package. I highly recommend you playing this game. It is not super long. I finished it in 14 hours or so because I was trying to get every metal scrap to upgrade my skills. It is very cheap as well for it being a 14-hour game. Some games are way more expensive with lesser playtime. We should really support this game so that Tango Gameworks can make a sequel under their new parent company Krafton. I'm looking forward to whatever the studio does next. And with that, my score for Hi-Fi Rush is a solid 9 out of 10. It would have gotten a higher score if it wasn't for the sluggish movements. Hopefully they can improve this for the sequel. So did you play Hi-Fi Rush? If yes, what did you think about it? And which platform did you play the game on? Let me know down below and I look forward to everyone's answers. And with that, I'll see everyone on the next video.